Now you can actually craft yourself seeds. This is all done with apples. There's also a whole range of more crafting recipes within inside of here. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Echo, and I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. In this video, we're back on Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version, because what I'm about to show you is probably the best ever skyblock you've ever seen for this version of Minecraft. Now, there will be a download below for you guys to check it out. Now, the download works for iOS, Android, Windows 10, and Xbox, and if there's any way to get maps on Switch, it will also work for that version as well. Now, the best thing about this is that this map is completely free. I know a lot of the maps that I've showcased in the past are from the marketplace. Now, some of the things on the marketplace are absolutely brilliant, and it's really good for me to do map showcases on here. Sky Trade, things like that. We did the Monsters of the Ice adventure map recently as well. But again, not everybody can purchase things. So for anybody who's looking for a free map, it's called Skyfactory. It was created by danrobsprobs, a very, very good friend of mine. He was well known for his mods and maps and creations on 360 Minecraft, Xbox One Minecraft, and he's even making it on here. He's probably better at making maps than a large proportion of the marketplace creators. So if you're on iOS, Android, there'll be a download for you. If you're on Windows and Xbox, there'll be a download for you. Believe it or not, those versions work slightly different. Now, I've got two versions here, and I recommend doing a little bit of testing before you jump into this. Now, for me, simply, you just go to mcpebedrock.com. It's available on there. You know how to install maps. You tap on open in this version, and it'll install the map. And as you guys can see, we have 3 of them there. You can install it as many times as you want. If you're on Xbox or Windows 10, I recommend making sure you back up your world, so you don't have to constantly keep installing it, because Xbox, it takes quite some time. Now, if you want to learn even more details, feel free to check out danrobsprobs' channel. But I'm going to go to the copy. The reason why is because the copy, I'm in creative mode, and the reason why I'm in creative mode is just to make sure things work perfectly. Now, to do this, the best way to check is in creative, type in spawn. Now, if you've done this correctly, I believe he said there's a total of 15 different machines. You need to make sure that these work. Again, this is Skyfactory. The whole point of this is to make things automatic. Maybe in the future I could do a series on this, because this is more advanced Minecraft Pocket Edition / Bedrock. It's not your ordinary skyblock. It is way more advanced. And if you're looking for the next challenge, like a mod pack, this is definitely something that I recommend you guys checking out. So what we have here is cobblestone generator, cobblestone miner, generator, mob grinder, sand generator, auto farmer, lava tank, and a lot more. So as long as you have them, you will know that your world will successfully work. So let's back out and let's go to the survival version. Just to make sure you have installed the right version, today in this video, I'm on iOS / Android. Make sure if you're downloading it for iOS and Android, you have like the phone on the top left to indicate that you're playing that version. The other version doesn't, really good to tell the difference. Just going for a couple of details. It's by default survival and hard. Don't recommend you changing the game mode. I think experimental is already default on as well. This only works for 1.12, by the way. It doesn't work for 1.13. I don't believe it works in Realms. Just make sure you have Skyfactory Res Pack by DRP, danrobsprobs, and the Behaviors Pack as well. So let's go into the game. Something really cool with this, though, is when you're in the menus, it says Skyfactory at the top. I really like that. But upon loading up your world, you'll be at 10,000 coordinates. Yes, we're really far out. So it says, welcome to Skyfactory Bedrock Edition, created by danrobsprobs. I've tried to make this map along the lines of modded Minecraft. Hopefully you will enjoy it and craft the infinity block. I believe danrobs said that's kind of the main goal, to craft the infinity block. It's not going to be easy to do, and you are going to have to do a lot of grinding and surviving and playing to complete it. So on this side, we have his social medias, YouTube, danrobsprobs. There'll be a link to his channel. It says Pocket Edition Android in brackets. Not sure if that's because I downloaded that version. It might say Xbox or Windows 10, depending on what you install. And there's his Twitter as well. So yeah, big shout out to him. All right, it says, like it says behind you, you win once you craft that block. Your main goal is to build a factory, automate, and grind. This map is fine to play with friends or alone. happy farting, and I'll explain that in just a second. So it says punch the jukebox for bone fragments. Now I believe we need these. He's made this a lot easier compared to the other version, Windows 10 and Xbox, because what this does is when you crouch, you do something called farting, and you get these fragments which are needed in your experience. Now, before you do go to the main map, if you are on Pocket Edition and Android, I recommend filling your whole entire inventory with this, but I will explain the basics. So I think they fill up in 2s. I think that's the highest you can have, and these are used to make bone meal. So this is like the first custom modded part that you'll have available. So do we have enough here? I think we definitely do have enough. All right, so teleport to your tree. Now, you don't spawn on dirt / a tree. You spawn on a tree. Now, these are used to craft these. So we need to be able to craft as many of these as we can. So I'm going to craft all of these, and then I'm going to show you guys how to get them by default in case you did join the map before getting the bone fragment. So I've got a total of 36. Like I said, the way you can get these is by farting. Now, you'll notice, though, that it disappears when you're doing it. If you are doing this, you are going to have to throw it and then go and pick it up again in order to craft yourself bone meal as well. So we'll throw, like, 4 of these. But, yeah, every time you crouch, it does a farting sound, which, hey, farting initiates this map to begin. Without farting, then it's not possible to play this map. Now, obviously, you get yourself a tree. I'm just going through the very basics. Again, I might do some form of a series on this in the future. For the fact that it is such a well put together map. If this was on the marketplace, it would definitely be something that you would purchase. So I'm going to grab just one of these for now, and we're going to make ourselves a crafting table. So we're going to craft ourselves this. Now, once you have yourself a crafting table, you need to make yourself something called, I think it's the guidebook. But to do this, you need 3 of these, and they go in this formation. So teleport to recipe area. We created the recipe book here. And as you guys can see, when you tap on it, we're in the recipe area. So again, a lot of details to learn about this. It says press for quest book. So obviously you're going to want this because it's going to guide you through the map and tell you everything you're going to need to do. Everything will make more sense as you go along reading this. Skyfactory quest book. This book is more of a guide / progression kind of book. I've sectioned it out into different tiers. Now, first of all, well done in obtaining this book. Craft some dirt, make an area for mobs to start spawning for drops, craft a bone dagger, it'll help, grow some wheat, you can use apples to get seeds, craft some torches for light, craft cobblestone. So it looks like there is going to be a lot of different things. These are guide related, use them, they will help you. And different parts of the map, you've got crafting recipes and you've got cooking recipes. So these are going to be really, really, really helpful. It says here, plastic sheet. So if you go on the plastic sheet, cook a plastic sheet in a blast furnace to obtain tempered plastic sheet. We have this one, which is rotten flesh. Cook a piece of rotten flesh in a smoker to obtain leather. And dragon egg. This looks like it could be the last one. Cook a dragon egg in the blast furnace to obtain dragon ingot. Maybe we can get these more. Poisonous potato. They just explain some very basic guides. You'll be going back and forth quite a lot, and that's what I love about this. It's a map that's going to keep you learning. It's a map that's going to definitely keep you busy. Going into the crafting / recipes. These are all custom, by the way. Custom ingots, custom entities, I think, blocks, and much more. So ordinary stick, draganium, nugget, draganium ingot, and obviously this is classed as the recipe, by the way. So if you have these, I believe it's gonna craft some kind of sword, which I might try and do in the creative one to give you guys an example of what this has available. It's got blocks, it's got egg. These are just gonna, what's that gonna craft though? I wish you'd put a sign up above telling you exactly what it's gonna craft. Or maybe it's done for a surprise. This is the recipe for the okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So what's the rest of the recipe for? Recipes can be found, wait. Skyfactory, some recipes can be found. Just look through the recipe. Okay. What's this one? Enriched Draganium Sword. So you got a whole range of different things. More info. What does this tell you? The spores will grow on gravel, except for the quartz / Draganium ones. They grow on soul sand / endstone. Man, this has got hours and hours and so much potential for different creations. Right, we're going to go back to the map because I need to start learning how to get myself dirt. So now things are going to start to feel more like a skyblock, because of course, usually it's one tree, you have a little bit of land. With this one, guys, you literally get one piece of grass, and then obviously you need to expand and make things a lot better. We have bone meal though, so it's not going to be a case of, okay, I planted down my sapling, now I'm going to have to wait an incredibly long time. That's always been one of the most annoying things in Skyblocks, and I nearly managed to get that absolutely perfect. So we're just going to break this, and the last one's going to go there. And like I said, you fart, you get yourself bone meal, and this is where this begins. Right, so obviously the next task is to start learning a couple of the recipes, and then this is where it all begins. This is where your journey would begin if you were doing the Skyfactory. So I've gathered a couple of resources here. Now you can actually craft yourself seeds. This is all done with apples. There's also a whole range of more crafting recipes within inside of here. So if you wanted to craft yourself, I think we can craft ourselves an oak tree. We can craft this with a dead bush and seeds. You can actually craft yourself one of these, but we need dead bushes. So we're also gonna need ourselves grass. So there is so many different recipes within inside of here that we are gonna have to learn to craft. Now, I need a mushroom block. There's a mushroom block. See, the mushroom block, the way to get the mushroom block gives you dirt. Where was the dirt? Where was it? There. As you can see, mushroom block. What about grass? So we need a dirt block in order to get ourselves grass. Then we're going to have to get ourselves... So this is where things get quite interesting. Now, I want to try something real quick, and that is I want to make myself one of these again, and I want to go back over here. But I also want to go straight back. Okay, so my advice, guys, is if you go to the recipe area before you've made a platform, you will end up going straight down to death. I recommend making yourself a small platform. This way you can kind of go back and forth. Don't forget, making these is really simple and unlimited. So you can keep going back and forth as much as you like. But we need to learn the recipes. I need to learn on how to get myself an easy way to get dirt. So is there actually a way? Gravel and bone, poisonous potato, goldfish, gas tier, oak sapling. What does that say? Dry out oak saplings on a campfire to get dead bushes. Oak saplings equal dead bushes. And then that's kind of where it all begins. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. All right, let's go back because I still want to try and get that done. So I just realized in order to get a campfire, I'm going to need coal, but we're going to also need ourselves cobblestone. So I need to try and figure out how to get myself cobblestone, and I think this is where you need to learn the recipes a little bit more. But obviously apples equal seeds, as we've already learned this. So if we just get rid of this, apples equal seeds, so we can get ourselves 6 more of them. Man, it all makes sense. It's going to be a case of you just learning recipes again and learning the beginning again. So I'll continue a little bit more and just teach you guys a little bit more. In order to get yourself mycelium, you need to get poisonous spider goo. Now, I got a feeling the way we need to get a lot of these things is we need to create a platform where mobs can spawn. So I'm going to go to the creative version, make it nighttime, let the mobs spawn, and see what they actually drop. A little bit of a spoiler, so feel free to click off the video in case you don't want to have this map spoiled for you. So I killed a couple of mobs, and I couldn't figure out how to do it, but again, you're going to have a lot more fun learning this in survival rather than going back from creative to survival. This map is brilliant. There are so many things to do, and I think as Minecraft players, we're always looking for new things to do. So if you did enjoy today's video, drop a like, downloads below, shout out to Dan Robs Probs. Guys, if you drop a like, maybe enough likes, maybe I'll start my own series. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!